So now we have a beautiful little Maltese named Louie. He's one of my best friends, aren't you, Louie? Yes. And he just came in. We're going to do a light trim on him, but we are going to use snap-on combs. Again, we like to use them to cut down on our scissor work, because that's what they're designed to do for us pet groomers who are on a tight schedule. And the dogs would appreciate their groom not being any longer than about an hour and a half or so, if possible. So I'm just running a brush through him real quick. Gently, I'm not getting too crazy. He is certainly not matted, so nothing to worry about there. I'm just trying to remove dead hair, basically, because that's what will end up becoming tangles. So we're getting ready to get him in the tub, and I just wanted to run a brush through him first. Good job, buddy. Yeah, I know. It's okay, Mr. Lou. Mr. Lou. What's new with you, Louie, huh? Say it's springtime, finally. Yay. Good boy. All right, we're ready to check his ears to see if there's any hair that we may need to pluck. He is a Maltese, and this breed often will grow a little hair in their ears that sometimes can be pretty deep rooted, and I can clearly see that he has some hair to remove. So we're going to grab our powder and our hemostat. Gus, do you have to stand in the way, Gus? Come here. It's okay, buddy. So we're going to tip that ear back. You don't want to get the powder in their eyes, so you're going to be careful. I just squeeze a little bit down in there. Make sure I get it down into his ear. And I'm going to just take what I can with my fingers first. Little bits. Twist and pull. Twist and pull. Good. See, he really does. It's pretty deep in there. And we don't have to get every single hair. Right, Louie? That's okay. There you go. And that's good. We're going to call that good, little guy. Let's check out this ear over here. It's not much. Put a little bit of powder in there. Good job. Only what's inside of the ear canal. Use your fingers. And take what you can first. It's okay, bud. Because what happens is that hair becomes abundant in there. It can really harbor a lot of debris in that sensitive, tender ear canal. So the idea is to try. Hi. Let's get in the tub. Try to remove as much as you can from that. I'm going to wash my hemostat while he's in the tub. I'm going to, excuse me, guys. We're going to wash that too. I'm going to use a Prima bathing system, which is my favorite bathing system. I love it. It does such a good job with the dogs. And we're going to use our Safe Tub Leash. I've used them now for about a year or more. If you're interested in getting 1 or 2 or 10 for yourself, there's a link in the description below. Raquel makes them. And it's a safe harness system for the dogs, so they're not, it's not pushing on their trachea. That's what we like. Safety first, right, big guy? All right, so now, with the Prima system, I'm gonna just put some shampoo on that. We don't have to pre-rinse. No pre-wetting required. It makes like a frothing treatment for dogs, basically. If the shampoo is the first thing to come in contact with the dirt in the coat, then the dirt will adhere to the shampoo much quicker, much easier. Good boy, bud. And your dogs will be much, much cleaner, which is the whole idea of bathing. getting them as clean as possible. I always let my shampoo sit on them for about 4 or 5 minutes, just to let that stuff marry up, the dirt and the grime and the shampoo. Good job, buddy. There you go. Get his little tail and his hiney. And that's that. We're going to wash Louie's face with the Tropiclean Spa Facial. Rinse off my hemostat. And I want your water to be just lukewarm. It's okay, Louie. Not too hot. And not too cold, obviously. I need to wet his face so that I can use that facial cleanser, which is really nice. It doesn't irritate the eyes, and it really does a great job of cleaning their face, which is important to clean your dog's face, especially around the flues here. Food gets stuck in there. There we go. Just work it into a nice lather. And you can get this around the eyes, and obviously his eyes are closed, so I can really scrub that there and get that clean. The Tropiclean Spa Facial also says that it is a stain remover. I feel like it lightens the stains, but I don't feel that anything can remove those stains. They are really, they're caused from your dog's tears, which their tears contain, some chemicals that are, in our water, like iron or minerals, I guess, not chemicals, minerals. So that's pretty much what causes the staining, as well as just their own genetics can cause minerals in their tears and in their, when their eyes get a little teary, then it stains the coat. But you see it a lot on a white dog, especially, or a cream-colored dog, just because it's more noticeable. Schnauzers seem to be pretty prone to tear staining as well. Now we're going to rinse. Get the water just right. And we're going to rinse Louie, and we're going to condition him. Good boy, bud. And we don't have to completely rinse all the shampoo off since we are conditioning him. If I wasn't conditioning him, then I would want to thoroughly rinse all product out of his coat. I'm going to give him another rinse after I condition him. So just trying to rinse the majority of the shampoo off. Okay, and we have a Tropiclean conditioner pre-mixed, because we know most all of our pet grooming products are dilutable, and it's important that you do dilute them because that's how they were made to be used, and the dilution ratios are always on the bottles. So this particular one, I believe, is a 16:1, so 16 parts water, 1 part product, which is conditioner. And that's how it was made to use. If you use it straight up, you'd be not only wasting your product, but it's not the way the product was designed to be activated. It needs to have that little bit of water put back in because it's so concentrated. And then it will perform best for you and your pet. Right, buddy? Yeah, see, that's right. Take notes. Good job, Louie. Okay, so that's it. Good boy. We're going to rinse Louie. It's going to take a little bit to rinse all that conditioner out because it really hangs in the coat. So I start rinsing the top of the dog first so that everything runs down. Good. And if you hold the dog's ear forward, you can rinse straight down it so you're not getting anything in the ear. And you can also pin the ear to the side of the head to make sure we're not getting water down in the ear. It could cause a problem, not that it would, but it could. There's a lot of people with opinions about that. My opinion is that it's not what causes ear infections. What causes ear infections is a problem to begin with inside the inner ear. You put bacteria, the water has bacteria in it, so when that enters a somewhat of an already problem ear, then you've just added bacteria to a scenario. So, I mean, we all get water in our ears when we shower every day, and we don't have ear infections. Dogs swim. There's a lot of dogs that swim for a living. They don't get ear infections. Some do and some don't. So, it's an interesting subject, in my opinion. Good job. I can feel, you can just sort of feel when the product is all rinsed out. And you can also see when the water is running clear off of your dog, which is a heated dryer. Good boy. You always want to check the heat, make sure it's not too hot. So now we're ready to force dry. Right, buddy? It's going to get a little loud. This is my new force dryer. I'm doing a full demo on it. It may be released already. Depends on when you're watching this video. This is a dandy. It has speed control, airflow, and it has a slightly heated blower in it. Can blow a little bit of heat. I have the heat off right now because I am using my stand dryer. I don't really need it. What the force dryers do is they just kind of aerate the coat as well as blow the water from the skin out of the coat. It just leaves a coat that is so straight and so airy and ready for trimming. And the nice thing about like this little dryer is it's only $99 on Amazon, and it's a powerhouse. So it would take care of a toy poodle, or it would take care of Denise Mountain Dog, or Newfoundland. It has speed settings. It's very powerful. It has. Just go watch the demo. I'll link it in the card above if it's available yet. But the nice thing to know is that these dryers are available to y'all too. And this one is very affordable and very effective. I mean, I'm a professional and I'm using it. And believe me, I wouldn't be if it couldn't do the job. I also like my Shampooing dryer, which is slightly more powerful than this one. Not a whole lot. That's another force dryer. They're very similar. They both have adjustable airflow. Nice. If you're doing a tiny little dog, you can turn it way, way down. If you're doing a double coat, you can turn it up. Because this will actually de-shed your dog. Pretty cool. This is a great investment for anybody that has a shedding breed. If they wash their Labrador or Golden Retriever once every 6 weeks, and brush them and then force dry them and brush them again, they would pretty much never have any shedding hair in their house ever. Some people think that if the dog doesn't require a haircut, it doesn't need groomed. But that's not true. Groomers are trained to handle all coat types. And believe it or not, a double coat, a shedding breed, is one of the dogs that need groomed the most. They can get all kinds of skin problems if their coat is left unkept on their skin. And force dryers are actually a big secret that you guys should be taking advantage of for skin and coat health. Good job, Mr. Louie. Good job. dryer is nice. You can quickly take off the condenser nozzle. I'll show you in a second. And if you didn't have a stand dryer like I have, you know, you could kind of mimic that. This comes off like that, and now it just seriously reduced the airflow. Plus, obviously, we can turn it down if we want to. And now you could, this is hardly blowing any air, but you could dry his ears and his face if you had to. It's one of the things I like about this dryer too. I think it's really, really a nice dryer for anybody, the home groomer or the professional. So I'll have it linked for you guys. Good job. All right, I'm gonna put this nozzle back on so we're ready for the next groom. Turn this off. And we're gonna just fluff him out a little more. Good job, buddy. There you go. I know. Oh boy. Look how pretty you look. You look like a cloud. Oh, fluffy. Good job. The straighter you can get the hair, the more precise your haircut will be, because the clipper will be able to evenly cut the hair. So even though he doesn't have exact straight hair, he's kind of a little bit of a wavy coat, you know. But we can straighten it out somewhat with our drying process, so we get a nice and even clip on him. That's going to look good for 6 to 8 weeks, or 5 weeks in Louie's case, right, Louie? Brush do the work. I'm not being aggressive. I'm just dragging it through kind of a pat and pull, pat, pull, pat, pull, pat, pull. That's how you remove the dead coat. And it's not a shedding breed, but all dogs lose hair, just like we do when we brush our hair. Good job, Lou. I'm gonna fluff out this tail. Good boy. The Pinchy grooming spray is very nice. It says it's made with coconut oil, so it would definitely nourish and add some luster to the coat. But I can feel that when I'm brushing out dogs, it's definitely helping. I can feel what it does. And it's very soft and lightweight, which is important to me for any type of a leave-in conditioner. Like the Quicker Slicker by Nature's Specialty. I love it so much because it's weightless, really. And I'm going to hold my blade straight with his nose and trim off anything there that was hanging up over his nose. Good boy, buddy. I'm just going to make kind of a straight line here because we're going to end up rounding this face. Okay, so we're also going to turn this frown into a smile. So by taking this hair and curving it up a little bit. See that? Take a look at each side. Frown, smile. See, we can change that with our grooming. And make him look happier. Which he truly actually is. Right? Good job, buddy. All right, so let's check right under here. Let's trim anything off under there that's craziness. Okay, good. Always use your comb. Pull the hair forward so you can see what you need to trim. Now you can see this cheek needs some work, you know. So we want to create a round, even shape. Well, look at this. This needs to come off. See? All that. So comb your cheek up. Follow your line. That's good. Comb it down. You want to see a U shape. Just like that. Okay, let's do the same thing on the other side. Just making your round, coming up into the cheek, rounding the cheek. Good boy, Louie. You are the perfect dog. Now, a U shape from the base of the ear around to the nose. Just rounding that. And right in front of the eyes, we just have a little bit to trim there, not much. All right, good job, buddy. Okay, so now I'm going to put my table down a little bit, my grooming arm. We have a lot of mess on top of his ears. So this is what we're going to do to get rid of it. His ear connects to his head right here. All this is just blending into his ear. That's just fine, but it also is kind of has a calyx. It grows in different directions. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out using a scissor over comb technique by lifting the hair with the scissor and just pulling forward and trying to blend some of that up and out. It just might make it lay nicer and thin it out a little bit so it stands up nice and pretty. Just kind of debulks the top of his head there. Good job, buddy. And your scissor actually protects the dog's skin, which is nice too. So we're just lifting and scissoring. I'm using my Jonathan David lightning shear blender. I use it a lot. Good job, buddy. So that's a little better. Now we're just going to come in, push your finger, push the hair up with your finger and just kind of tame it down, get rid of it, blend it off. Blend it back into the neck. Just like that. Good job, buddy. Okay. Do the same thing over here. Good, buddy. Gonna get that Kenchi lightning shear and just blend and scissor. Kind of taking some of that weight off the top of his foot. And look at your dog from all different angles and you'll see things that you didn't see when you were looking at him from a different direction. Come here, bud. Good job, buddy. Okay. Now we'll just tidy it up with a blending shear instead of a straight shear in case we gives us a little bit of play room to be a little bit imperfect. Good job, bud. See, I'm just scissoring even there in that armpit. Like I told you, we would be scissoring in there instead of cleaning it up with a 10 blade. Because he's got such a thin coat, we don't really want to go in there with a 10 blade. We could leave some holes that would be hard to hide in our grooming. Good job, Lou. There you go. Good job. Good, Lou. It's okay, bud. Okay, we're ready to work on the other side. Let's see. Let's even that up. Pick the leg up so you can see it's even. Louie, let's turn this way. Good boy. Louie's the best. A little bit of anti-static spray. Get that coat standing up like we need it to, especially on a drop coat. It's hard to get it standing. A wavy coat. It's okay, bud. I know. You're doing great. All right, so using our straight shear, I'm gonna shape this in, taking off anything that's outside of our shape that we're picturing that we're after here. Okay, I'm going to trim in that foot. Anything that's needs to come off. Good job, buddy. Don't be upset. You're doing great. Are you tired? All right. Let me just see if there's anything sticking out right around your neck, Louie, and then we're going to take a look at you and see how we did up close and personal. Okay. You always got to move your dog, guys. Move them around. Move their neck, move their feet, move their head. So you can see if anything is going to pop out and just look bad. Okay, back on your leash. We're going to clean up the hair off the table. And take a look at Louie. Right. All right, let's vacuum that. Hang on, bud. Good job, bud. Okay. Ready? Let's put that chin up. Say, let's take a look at Louie. Let's see. We got a nice top line, nice level. We got a nice shaped head. This is Louie, looking at Louie straight on. Looks really nice. Ears look even, hopefully. The legs look even. I see something right there I need to trim. See, this is why we take one final look. So keep your scissors close when you're taking that last look. Stand up, Lou. Good boy. So use your comb. There you go. Just take a look at Louie. You know, you want to This is your last chance to get it right before he goes home. Good job, buddy. Turn this way. Good, Lou. Okay. Oops, see that right there? Need to fix it. That's better. Oh, I know. You don't want to be messed with back there. Good job. Just comb everything up, you know, and take a look. Is there anything? That you missed? Since you have a few extra moments, you know, take advantage of the time. And just perfect your groom as best as you can. Good job, big boy. Louie looks nice. Sooner or later, you gotta say, that's it, I'm done. You know, sometimes it's hard to make that call. And when it's your own dog, you know, you can take the time a little more, but when you're grooming a pet client, you're on a schedule. Good job, bud. You're just a really, really good boy, Louie. Okay. Look at that top line. Is there anything that looks a little choppy? You can fix it.